Lorenzo, you have conducted orchestra all around the world, from United States to France, Italy, and the Middle East. Was music and to be composer always be your first love?
No, Roberto, no, not at all.
Not at all. Why?
I grew up in a scientific family. My father was a doctor, my mother too, and so I discovered music later when I was about 5, 6 years old. And my father took me at the opera, and I discovered the opera by the feelings I had. And so I started to play some piano. I wasn't very good, but little by little, you know.
You are a composer, a pianist, a director of orchestra. What is all this that makes you more joy to do?
People think that there are 3 different jobs, but for me in my life is the same job. When I write music, my idea is how will be the sound. When I conduct, I spend all the time 6 months before the concert just in my room without any instrument, nobody's there, and just imagine how the color of the strings will be like the winds and the section. I imagine all the orchestra around me, and so it's my imagination. And then when I play piano, the sound is coming up from my fingers and from the instrument, so there is another kind of feelings. So it's different conception of music and different work, different job, but I like all.
I understand. When I come to Rome and I visit your home, and that is this beautiful attic in Trastevere, Rome, I mean, and you are surrounded of this beauty from the Roman Empire. I mean, is this like an inspirational place for you?
Well, people think that artists took the inspiration by the mountain, by the sea, by the ruins in Rome.
Yeah.
In my case, no. I was living near the sea for the inspiration, but had no inspiration.
Yeah.
So probably inspiration come in my case from my heart, probably from my memory. Is it true when you work in Rome and you discover the ruins and you feel the past time, and you are in the present time, and you think about your life and the future time, you can feel the 3 times past, present and future in the same moment.
It's like a time machine.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's true that's probably it's a good training to write music and to think about feelings of life.
Yeah. We share a common love for the Renaissance time, of course.
Yeah.
And which are the artists that you appreciate more, and why this artist in this area, in this age, makes so much beauty and everything else was so fantastic?
Okay, I think the first prize is for Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci is our guide. He was a painter, he was an engineer, he was a musician. Actually, he built some instruments, and very, very strange instruments. Leonardo was like extraterrestrial. I don't know in English how is it. Extraterrestrial. He comes from another world. And then probably Caravaggio, because Caravaggio is really far from my style of life, my style of mind, and how I think about life. But I like how he was courageous.
Absolutely, courage.
and how he broke the rules for his life, for the art he was expressing, and he's so far from my life that I love him so much.
So you see that, I mean, from your young age, you say that you come from a scientific family, that is Leonardo, we can say, figure.
Yeah, if you like.
And then you move to Caravaggio, that is quite wild, and I mean, following no rules. So do you think this is something that make a real artist, a mix of both?
Yeah, in some way you're right. People think that they imagine a composer walking during the night, look at the moon and write some beautiful melody, and, but it's not like this. It's very scientific, and you spend all the time just to do the contrapoint and how fix the notes together, and it's very complicated, it's very scientific way. There is no something special coming from the other world. It's just scientific way. And probably yes, the melody is coming from other words.
So you are really a Renaissance man. What is your suggestion to the young people that you know are going to this like artistic path?
Well, life and society ask us most of the time to be something that we are not. Be a good student, be a good son, be a good father, be a good man, respect the rules, and to be a right man.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you play this role, you forget who you are. And so my suggestion for the young generation is just to discover who you are. And it's a long way.
And to discover and build your culture, because you are the culture.
Yeah.
And when you are, I mean, you are rich, you are famous, you are powerful, when you are under the light of, in front of this big orchestra of 100 people, I mean, and you have 100 behind you. And so, do you think that really, I mean, money and power, everything we needed to follow?
Well, I was very poor. I've been rich and poor again. Life changed all the time. What you are is not what you have. You can have a beautiful house, you can have a beautiful car, a beautiful whatever, and not be happy. Happiness coming from your mind, for your soul, for your heart.
Also, because happiness, they say that is a moment, but probably for you is a part of the, you know, the entire day.
Yeah. Happiness go and come back, but I mean, to be just fine in deep way in your life is just find whatever you like, and you spend all the time, all the day, and you don't feel the time passing. You don't think that you spend the time for nothing. I mean, it's your life, and when you find a job like this, it's your job.
It's your job. Beautiful.
And you know, Roberto, has not to be an artist, a doctor.
Yeah, of course.
You can be a good secretary, like your work, make your color in your table, and everybody can find his way in different job, in different aspect of life.
To happiness, absolutely. So at Renaissance evolution, we think that free expression, and eventually, you know, as Galileo did in the Renaissance time, to push, you know, over any kind of limits of the science, without thinking about dogma. He pushed out dogma. And like Raphael or Michelangelo, create, so they find the maximum expression without limits and dogma. Do you think that reality, I mean, right now, the same dogma try to push down again the young people, like social network, not only the young, also the adults, like social network and everybody that wanted to standardize all of us? Don't you think that is a treat?
Well, Roberto, yes, you are right. Today, more than in the Renaissance time, we are in dangerous for our mind, what we are and what we will be. More than before, our social media, television are infected our life. So we have to be very careful about this. Artists and scientific people has to be always independent and to have always different way to watch life. If you go always in the same path, in the same way, you will find the same answer. Also, for find different results, you have to walk in different way, different paths.
Yes, absolutely. So less watching the screen and more watching outside your world. It's so beautiful.
Outside and inside.
Absolutely, and find yourself inside, absolutely.
You know, find yourself is very difficult because we have many masks all the time. The mask your parents give to you, the mask your grandmother gives to you, the mask of your son gives to you, your wife, and you have so much masks in your table, and every day when you go out you have to dress different masks, different different roles all the time. And for me, the most difficult part of my life was just put out this mask and found who I am.
It's
so difficult.
I understand. Thank you very much, Lorenzo.
You're welcome.